Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to episode 2 of how music shaped and reflected the Vietnam War. In the last video, if you haven't watched it, we talked about the movie Platoon and the music that goes with it, Adagio for Strings by Samuel Barber. Today we're going to dive into one of the most iconic protest songs for that time. It's Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's a hard band name, so I'm gonna call them CCR just to make it easier for myself. And it's in a lot of Vietnam movies, but we're just gonna focus on the music today. So let's start just watching a little bit of it. I really love their lyrics. So as you guys can hear it, it's obviously protesting against the whole idea of drafting people to war and how the rich people's sons can get away because they could be in college, they could do all kinds of things to avoid going into war. And it was mostly 98%, 99% the poorest of the poorest that they had to go through that 1-year draft. And during the 60s, I mean, the war started in 55, but during the 60s, there were so many protests, basically against the whole system of draft and basically the whole idea of war. So there are so many musics and bands that they're against that, and this is one of the most iconic ones. So this song was released in 1969, which was at the heart of war. That was the peak of war, and it was quickly the anthem for people who were done with the whole draft system of the US. So the main singer actually wrote this lyrics in 20 minutes after reading articles about president's grandson, two presidents' grandsons marrying somebody. So it was about a marriage that was happening between the politician, and it kind of inspired him. That's why the line, it ain't me, I ain't no senator's son, that really makes more sense when you know that. So it's not an anti-soldier song, but it calls out the system that some have to die in order for other people to just the politicians or the decision makers to just stay in power.
Some folks are born silver spoon in hand. Lord, don't they help themselves, y'all? But when the tax man comes to the door, Lord, the house look like a rummage sale, yes. It ain't me, I ain't no millionaire son, no. It ain't me, I ain't no fortunate one, no.
Oh, it's such a great song. Even when you don't know the backstory, it's really a cool song. It's very meaningful. But when you know the backstory, it hits even harder. But it was basically the unofficial soundtrack of a lot of movies back then. It was in Forrest Gump, it was in Born on the 4th of July, Tropic Thunder, The Post, and Platoon. It was also banned from some radio station when it first came out because they dubbed it as like unpatriotic, but it only made it more powerful. So why is this still matters? I think one of the reasons is just this song Fortunate Son isn't just about the Vietnam War. It's about like the privilege of a lot of people who can just get away with things, while always the victim, I think we talked about in the last video, the victim of all these wars and all these like unnecessary craziness is always the people and politicians. Anybody like who has some power or has some money can get away from it. So that's why I just wanted to just give it a listen and then talk about it. It has really powerful lyrics, very powerful music, and some of the fan facts, they actually recorded it in just 2 takes, and he was actually, the main guy was in the army, so he actually understood what's going on, and that's why it was even more inspiring for him to do this. And it's used in a lot of like anti-war rallies and protests, and even more, and it hit number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, but it was more like a cultural success, and it's something that it's used even now, and it still makes sense even in today's world, unfortunately, because it happens all the time. So just tell me, what do you think of the song? What do you want me to talk about later? I have some other ideas for you guys planned to just follow this series about Vietnam War. So make sure you follow me along. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.